At 69, Maureen McCormick has finally decided to tell the truth about David Cassidy, a subject that fans have speculated about for decades. Born Maureen Denise McCormick on August 5, 1956, in Encino, California, she grew up in a middle-class family where her natural charisma and love for performing were clear from the start. As a child, she began appearing in commercials and small television roles, and by the age of 12, she landed the role that would define her career. Marcia Brady on The Brady Bunch. The show, which ran from 1969 to 1974, became a cultural phenomenon, and McCormick's portrayal of the wholesome, beautiful, and relatable Marcia turned her into one of the most recognizable young stars of her generation. Her character's charm, captured in the now iconic "Marcia, Marcia, Marcia" line, made her a symbol of the ideal American teenager. Even decades later, reruns and spin-offs would ensure that McCormick's Marcia remained beloved by audiences old and new. Following The Brady Bunch, McCormick reprised her role in spin-offs such as The Brady Brides and The Brady Girls Get Married. Projects that proved the public's fascination with the Brady family never truly faded. But behind the success, McCormick was at a crossroads. When The Bradys was revived in 1990, she was unable to return to the role due to the birth of her daughter, highlighting the balancing act she faced between career and family. Still, her earlier work had already secured her place in television history. Determined to grow beyond the Marcia persona, she pursued diverse roles throughout the 1970s and 1980s, appearing in shows like Happy Days, Fantasy Island, and Love Boat. She also took on film work, from The Idolmaker to Skate Town, USA, proving she could navigate comedy, drama, and even horror with versatility. Yet, like many child stars, McCormick's personal life was far more complicated than her bright on-screen image suggested. After The Brady Bunch ended, she struggled to transition into adult stardom and fell into addiction. The Hollywood party culture of the time introduced her to drugs like cocaine and Quaaludes, and she later admitted that her substance abuse cost her countless opportunities. Alongside addiction, she battled depression and bulimia, leading to years of self-destruction. But in 1985, she found stability when she married actor Michael Cummings. His love and support helped her begin the long journey toward recovery. And when their daughter, Natalie Michelle, was born in 1989, McCormick finally found a deeper sense of purpose. Through therapy, rehabilitation, and the support of her Brady castmates, she worked tirelessly to rebuild her life. In her candid memoir, Here's the Story, Surviving Marcia Brady and Finding My True Voice, she opened up about her struggles, inspiring fans who admired her courage to confront the truth. In later years, McCormick reinvented herself for a new generation of fans. She competed on Dancing with the Stars, appeared on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here! Oh, and even co-hosted the home renovation show Frozen in Time. These appearances reminded audiences that her resilience and charm were still very much intact. But despite her many comebacks, one question lingered among fans. What really happened between her and teen idol David Cassidy? For years the rumors swirled, but McCormick remained silent. Until now. She recalled first meeting Cassidy in the early 1970s when both were at the peak of their fame. Cassidy, who played Keith Partridge on The Partridge Family, was the ultimate teenage heartthrob, while McCormick was America's golden girl next door. We were both living in this whirlwind of fame, she admitted. Everywhere we went, there were crowds, screaming fans, and people who expected us to be perfect. It was intoxicating, but it was also incredibly isolating. They found comfort in one another, bound by a mutual understanding of pressures few could relate to. For the first time publicly, McCormick acknowledged that Cassidy had been more than just a friend. Yes, David and I had a connection, she revealed. It wasn't a long romance, but it was very real in that moment. He made me laugh. He made me feel seen. And he was someone I could trust when the cameras weren't rolling. She explained that they kept their relationship quiet, not out of shame, but because of the carefully constructed images their studios demanded they maintain. Teen idols weren't supposed to have real romances. They were meant to embody fantasy. If it had come out that I was close to David in that way, it might have caused chaos, she said. They didn't want reality. They wanted perfection. Looking back on Cassidy's later struggles with addiction and his tragic passing in 2017, McCormick spoke with tenderness and regret. "I wish I could have been there more for him," she said softly. "David had such a beautiful soul, but fame is brutal. It lifts you so high and then it can just crush you. I knew what that felt like, because I went through my own struggles with addiction and depression. In a way, we mirrored each other's pain." For McCormick, finally speaking about their relationship wasn't about scandal or gossip. It was about honoring the truth. It wasn't about tabloid headlines, she explained. It was about two kids who found each other in a crazy, dizzying world and shared a spark that was honest and kind. I'll always remember that, and I'll always be grateful for him. At 69, her words served not only as a touching tribute to David Cassidy, but also as a reflection of her own resilience. David was so much more than the posters on the wall, she concluded. He was funny, generous, and he carried so much more weight on his shoulders than people ever knew. The truth is simple. David Cassidy was special to me, and that's something I'll cherish forever.